legendary.
Open them wide.
Something like
I just stop pull up with a few.
we can't arrange that.
Dropping out of the blue.
You know what that.
All I wanna do is and just take your money. All I wanna do is and just take your money.
Hip-hop took this globe, we done did it. Wanna see a mogul, we showing you how to pivot. Got this from D.
It's week 7 of the National Football League.
And we'll see Cooper DeJean.
He'll make you pay if you throw his way too often. It's the Chargers and the Cowboys on Sunday night primetime.
Well, the roof is closed, but as you can probably tell, the mouths of these Cowboy fans could not be more wide open. It is a frenzied AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gunn, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They come in playing reasonably well. Losers the last time out, but winners are 4 or 5 before that. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year in the NFL now.
And there's a lot of good to watch in the game last week. He threw 4 touchdown passes. A little bit of concern throwing the 2 interceptions.
Yeah, the 2 pick.
Yeah, you want the ratio really to be closer to 3-to-1 as opposed to the 2-to-1 that he had. But it is something to build on. They did get the win, didn't they?
Yep. The numbers for Brooks a week ago. 24 carries, up over 130 yards, and a touchdown. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync. We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
On first down, it's Benson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. To the air is Rattler. That's complete. It's Brian Thomas. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 13-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Up the middle with Brooks here. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. 2nd and 10. Here's Rattler. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Here's Prescott. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Prescott now. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, it's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that it's a strong unit that you're getting ready for. Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To the air again, Prescott. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line. The Chargers offense and Rome Odunze set to take over once more. And he's right up there amongst the league's best when it comes to racking up receiving yards this season. Currently ranked in the top 5 as things stand here. The Charger drive about to get going. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and short to give to the tight end. And he is going to have the first down as he's up to his own 13-yard line. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. On 1st and 10, it's Brooks. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's a 2nd and 8. Throwing is Rattler. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
They'll throw. Here's Rattler. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Well, not good at all. Punted just 24 yards there. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Straight ahead, Estime. And not much running room. Down to the 32. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. On play action, Prescott. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, and sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, This is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Brooks. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll stay on the ground with Brooks. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Rattler wants to throw it. Flushed out right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. You look at this Cowboy defense coming into this one ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL, but it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 21. Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter. Now Rattler. This will be caught by Brown. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. 2nd and 8 coming from the 19. They'll run straight ahead with Brooks. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On the zone read, a handoff here to Brooks. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Jonathan Brooks, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner.
To the right side and intercepted. And the Chargers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
The Charger drive about to get going. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. A run out of the gun with Brooks. And some space here. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. And he continues to have success running the ball here in the first half as he's already closing in on 100 yards for the game. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run here with Brooks. And after the good gain last play, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. But he will not come anywhere close to the first down marker. And that gives us a turnover on downs. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
It'll go down as a gain of 6. And it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go. They'll hand it to Estime. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Now Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. On the give, it's Estime. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Luke Schoonmaker, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are able to move back in front. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds. And obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Aubrey good with a PAT, and the lead is now 10-7. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
A give up the middle with Benson. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Here comes Benson on the toss right. They find some open field here. A solid stiff arm. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. On the handoff, this is Brooks. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. And his kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Throw is caught by Schoonmaker. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. All tied up at 10, 2 minutes left in the first half.
It's 4th down.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. .45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll fake the give, and here's Rattler rolling to his right. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw here. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marquise Bell. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Following the interception, here's Prescott. And that's complete to Cooks. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Looking to throw. Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lamb. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. And his throw here's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to
Prescott yet again. And Cooks has it over the middle. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
And his kick here is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen, put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. To the air is Rattler. Open man here is Benson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Rattler. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To the air once more is Rattler. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They're trying to get back on track following the loss to Buffalo a week ago. But the good news, they've got the lead right now here in the football 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the 3rd quarter. 1 play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Kyle Pitts, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead here this third. So a very strong first drive in this second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Extra point try now from Dicker. And that will make this a 4-point game. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. 1 play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down and 8. They'll try the left side with Estime. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down. Here's Prescott. He gets it to Cooks. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Off the play fake, Prescott. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Derwin James with a pick. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this third quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where he just shouldn't have thrown the football. And that ultimately could wind up costing him the ball game.
Dicker down to tack on the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to play it.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
So here are the Chargers to take over. They got the victory last week. That was against Washington, and now they lead this ball game as well. Set to go here, 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Brooks. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before big line. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
They run out of the gun with Brooks here. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Here's Brooks. Oh, fighting off the defender. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number.
Touchdown! From 4 yards out. And the Chargers get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through some of the mistakes. It's darn near impossible to win in this league when you're turning the ball over at the frequency that they have. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
That's into the hands of the rookie from Ole Miss. That one a first down pickup of 8.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
First down, here's Estime. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Estime. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Play action now. Prescott. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Prescott. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Now Prescott. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Harold Landry coming in from that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7. Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Prescott. He's got his, and now look at this, big gain, but a fumble. Unfortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Herbert diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come and have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Aubrey now for the point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Chargers offense and Spencer Rattler getting ready for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Charger drive about to get going. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. Play action. Now Rattler. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Micah Parsons, his 2nd sack of the night. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. 1st and 10, it's Herbert. Escapes the defender. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down and a yard. Throwing. Prescott. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
That's good for a Cowboy.
There's Prescott. Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete. Touchdown! Cowboys! CeeDee Lamb, 36 yards. And the Cowboys have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Chargers offense and running back Jonathan Brooks set to go once more. And as we roll through some of the highlights, we see how crucial he's been to their success in this one. When he's in this type of a groove and his offensive linemen are creating running lanes for him, he can really put on a show, and he's done so here. The Charger drive about to get going. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim 1-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed.
And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to...
So a good challenge there. The look pretty conclusive. The feet were in, and it's a completed pass. On 1st and 10, it's Brooks. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a wall sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing is Rattler. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. And he missed it. It's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game. Maybe an important 4th quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the posts. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
That's good for our Cowboys.
Straight ahead, Estime. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2nd down and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Now Prescott. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw, Prescott. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Prescott down. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10?
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Aubrey now for the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. On the ground, it's Brooks to start the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 146 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Rattler. Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up second down. Rattler wants to throw it. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
This is 1st and 10. He's back to throw.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Up the middle with Brooks here. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't it?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Here now, 2nd and goal. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Sliding out of the pocket. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correct.
And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Here's 1st and 10. One last shot now for Prescott. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Chargers, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Dallas, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our